So there's this sort of misconception that I see that is very permeable in our world today, and it has almost as if penetrated every nook and cranny in terms of renting a space in our heads and such, that people believe that once the impact and the change they are looking to make in the world, once it doesn't ensure that they become famous, they become known, they become sort of the spotlight, then they have not found what they are meant to do. They have not found the impact they are meant to make. They have not found the sort of calling, the change they are looking to make in the world. They have not found it. So the misconception I want to treat, and it's basically the idea that your purpose in terms of impact that you're looking to make in the world, it is something that the assigner himself, which is God Almighty or the universe, has sort of bequeathed the responsibility on you as the assignee to ensure that it is done in the world. So if that makes you famous, or whether it makes you famous or not, or whether it makes you, as somebody in the spotlight or not, it is inconsequential in this dynamics. So what am I saying? I'm saying it's just like somebody telling you, or somebody with a higher capacity telling you, go and do something. Take these resources, go to this one, so and so place, do this and this for me. It will bring fulfillment to that place I'm sending you, and it also bring fulfillment to me. So whether that thing makes you in the spotlight, whether it makes you the center of attraction, whether it creates attention for you, is inconsequential in that dynamic. So what am I saying? I'm saying that the impact that you are looking to make in the world as an individual, as a person, doesn't have to do with you becoming sort of the spotlight, or becoming center of attraction, or becoming that individual that is well known, is treated with high regard, is revered. This now brings me to say that behind each and every of these human beings we know in our world today, whether dead or alive, that have sort of created a name for themselves, and we as human beings we've sort of met either in history or we've come to know, many times they have a team of people that are working behind them, such that if those people don't exist, they can never be found. So people say something like, oh, look at Kobe Bryant, very tenacities, above the roof when he was alive. He was good, like he was all going, his focus was, intact. It was just like going and putting in work. He doesn't so being mediocre is not in his mental frame. But if you look at the dynamics of this man very well, there is a man that is behind him, such that if that man didn't sort of instill his mentality in him, it might not be the Kobe Bryant that we know today. Same thing goes for either it's the richest man in Africa today, Aliko Dangote, either is the famous celebrity, either is the famous banker, either is the famous businessman, the Nobel laureate. There is always somebody that sort of infused their mentality or brought in their ideology into their frame of thinking, because we as human beings, we are product of our experiences, we are product of the things the experiences we as human beings, experiences we've lived by in the world, we are a product of it. So it's either the people we permit into our lives or not permit, the places we allow ourselves into and decide not to allow ourselves into, and sort of the moments we capture in terms of opportunity and the one we decide to ignore. So if we as human beings are product of our experiences, people in the spotlight that we know today, fulfilling purpose at scale, they as a person, behind those set of people exist a team of people. So it's a team or an individual that without them, those human beings cannot be where they are, such that so we now treating those in the spotlight with that sort of person in high esteem. That person we are seeing in the spotlight as sort of that person existing in high esteem, they are also seeing that person behind them, such that if that person don't exist, they can never exist. So they sort of revere that person the more. They revere that person the most. They see that person as, without them, they cannot exist. But just because that individual behind those in the spotlight, they are not in the spotlight, does not mean they are little or they are less of who they are that is being revered by the person in the spotlight. So that is my principle, is the idea that, so who do you want to be? Let me ask the question, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person in the spotlight, or the person that those in the spotlight sort of revere and sort of see in high esteem, that such that if they are not in existence, they that themselves that are in this spotlight can never be in existence. Oh, I don't know if it's only me that's having this sort of thinking and seeing this sort of thinking. Is that your ability to zone into what you want to do, and the message that the assigner has sent you, the assignee to do in the universe, do in the world, either it makes you be in the spotlight or not, is inconsequential. The weight of your message is the one that will determine the center stage you're going to take in the world. That's the whole point I'm driving at, is that the weight of the message, the importance of the message is what will determine if you'll be the center of the attraction or not. Either you are the center of the attraction or you're not the center of the attraction. Is inconsequential. So let's stop boring ourselves with thinking behind, if that's which, or the impact I'm looking to make in the world, if it's not making me sort of a popular person, somebody in the center of attraction, someone in the spotlight, it means it's not my purpose, it's not something I'm born to do, it's not something I'm created to do. We should zone into the message. It's the messaging that should be our sort of guiding, what's the word now? So it's the message that should be our, focus. It should be where we as human beings, it's that message. The message is what we should hold, is what we should zone into, is what we should, treat with high regard, because that's like our guiding light towards what we are sent here to do, instead of being carried away or being swayed by either I'm in the spotlight or not. So for me, I want to be the person that's me now. I want to be the person that even those in the spotlight, sort of revere, that without me, they cannot be where they are. So be that. So the idea is very simple. So me, whether the message the assigner sent to me to do here in the world, whether that message is whether that message puts me in the spotlight or puts me as somebody like at the center of attraction, whether it puts me there or not, is inconsequential. What I'm focusing on is the message, the sort of duty I'm called to fulfill, the impact I'm called to make in the world. That's where my focus is. That's where I anchor everything I'm doing on, not being in the center of attraction or not. So this is what I thought to share, guys. Let me hear your thoughts, let me hear your opinion in the comments, and until the next video, see you. Bye.